Hi, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I hope you enjoyed the information that I shared with you yesterday. Today, I thought it was probably important to share with you guys a little bit about my background and why I have a lot of information around salaries and HR practices or HR knowledge. So my professional expertise is in HR. I've been in HR for 10 plus years. I've gone to college and have gotten post degrees as well in all things that strategic HR. I've worked for several companies, some that are big, some that are small, and my primary role has been in all different aspects in compensation and benefits, in executive coaching and training. So I have an extensive background on being able to help people find the right roles, be able to get developed, be able to negotiate their salaries. So I always thought it was important to share that information with other people. So that's just a little bit about my background. Earlier today, I shared information about resumes. And the first question I always ask people about resume was something as simple as, when was the last time you updated your resume? I always update my resume yearly because throughout the year I've gained some expertise, I've problem solved, I have gained some leadership skill set. So I always make sure that I'm keeping that information current and relevant to what's going on today. So the first thing I want all of you to do is to pull out that dusty old resume and just take a quick scan and start to look at where you can do some quick updates. You shouldn't spend no more than maybe 30 minutes. So that's the first exercise I want you guys to do. Look at your resume. So after you've pulled out your resume and you've looked at it, I know the first thing all of you want to do is just look at the formatting. Please, people, I implore you, do not waste your time on the formatting. It is super subjective. No one cares if you're using 10 point Times New Roman. What I want you to focus on is the content. The content is really what really matters. Are you using adjectives? Are you showing your growth over your career? Are you showing any financial information? Have you impacted the organization in a positive way? Those are the things that need to stand out to a recruiter. You have to remember, recruiters are looking at thousands of resumes a day, and they do not have time to spend on all of the subjective things around a resume, but the content is what really matters and what stands out to people, what companies you've worked for, what impact you've had on the organization. So once you've pulled out your resume, start looking and seeing if you have any of that information there. So I know the first thing you're thinking, well, where do I get that information? I don't know how to explain that in words. The first thing that can help you and the quickest and easiest way to help you is just look at a job description of the role that you're trying to obtain or the role that you currently have, and use the language that's in the job description to be able to articulate what should be in your resume. That's what helped me kind of get my resume to a good place where everything in there really speaks to a recruiter, because remember, that's what recruiters are looking at job descriptions. So your first task is to Google your current role, or just if you're in a job, just to go see if you can pull your job description and see if your job description actually matches what's on your resume.